Wow, stories.
My husband's secret gambling debt put us in danger. So I exposed his lies and left him bruised by karma and the law. I'm shaking writing this post right now. I'm using a throwaway account. Yesterday, I went on my husband's iPad after having a bad gut feeling in my stomach. I saw something I was not at all expecting. It was a message from a woman friend of his. Not to give too many details to not reveal anything, but it alludes to her being done with him due to things that happened the last time they hung out. It talks about them having alcohol and possibly coke, since she talks about powder. And then it talks about him leaving her and her waking up alone. And it alludes to him doing something to her. And she is not pressing charges, but she doesn't want to hear from him again. I feel frozen. This does not sound like my husband, and I feel like I'm going through the motions of my life. I'm terrified to confront him, since obviously I don't know who he is or what he is capable of. I've been acting normal while inside I'm dying. I'm numb, I'm scared. We have a daughter, and I rely heavily on his finances. I don't know how we would make it if we left. My question is, am I a terrible person for acting as if I don't know about this for now, until I figure out how to make it out? I feel guilty about this woman and what she went through. I just don't know what to do. I feel like I need a few months to get my life together without him before I can leave for my daughter's sake. He has never been a danger to us, but now I look at him as if he is a stranger. Edit. Answering questions I've seen quite a bit. 1. What did he respond with? Answer: nothing. He never had a response. She said there is not a statute of limitations and not to contact again. 2. Where did I think he was that night? And why would I believe what she is saying is true? Answer: I looked back through my messages for that date she stated, and he was in fact gone to his brother's all night. I was unable to get a hold of him that night. That is a big coincidence in my opinion. It's actually too big to be a coincidence. Thank you for your kind and insightful advice. I'm taking it all in. Update: I saved the screenshot and sent it to myself. Deleted it from my phone. I haven't contacted a lawyer yet. No, I don't plan on contacting her anytime soon. They have been friends for over 12 years, and as angry as she sounds, I don't know her well enough to know for certain she wouldn't go to him and say, "Your wife contacted me." I'm not ready for that. Now, for a few comments before the update. Comment 1. My question is, am I a terrible person for acting as if I don't know about this for now, until I figure out how to make it out? You are never a terrible person for doing what you must to survive. Ever. I'm really sorry you are in this position and going through so much. You have not just yourself to think about, but your child too. My childhood was a nightmare, and I always felt so much guilt over things I did in order to survive. I've since learned through therapy that the things I've done to survive, I would never have chosen if I were not put in that position in the first place by my abusers. Let that guilt go. Talk with a women's shelter about how to leave a domestic violence situation. They have resources and action plans to help you both get out safe. I would encourage you to screenshot that conversation and send it to yourself, and then delete that you did all that. Or take pictures from your phone. Get the evidence and save it in multiple places. Change all of your passwords on all email, social media, and other accounts. Comment 2. Oh gosh, no. The absolute best thing would be to not let him find out right now that you know. I would take a photo of this text so that you have evidence. This is important. Then I would speak to a lawyer as soon as physically possible and explain everything. If you have a family that you trust deeply, I would tell them in person what happened. Maybe they can help you sort it out or provide somewhere to crash. If you do leave, please be safe. Plan to do it when he's gone. For now, think about any important documents you may need and maybe get a firebox or safety deposit box to be stored somewhere else. It sounds like he did something dangerous, so I would not trust him. And if he finds out you know, it's worse. Which is why you must do it in secret if you're planning an exit. I would be worried about your safety. If you do leave, have someone, a friend, with you when you do. I worry about him being violent. Now, for the update. Thanks for sticking with me here. So, a lot happened this week. It's like my life turned into some twisted soap opera. After I sent that message to myself, things just spiraled. I was trying to keep it together, for my daughter. But then, my husband's brother, the one he was supposed to be with that night, he shows up at our house out of the blue. He's looking all nervous and keeps glancing at my husband like they've got some secret. I overhear them arguing in the garage. The brother's saying something about cleaning up your mess and can't keep doing this. My heart's pounding so hard I think it's going to burst out of my chest. I couldn't just stand there. I confronted them. My husband, he tries to brush it off, saying they're talking about some business deal gone wrong. But I saw right through him. I pressed harder, and that's when the brother cracks. He spills everything. Turns out my husband's been gambling big time. And that night, the night with the woman, it was all tied to some high-stakes game. He lost more than just money. He lost control. The brother's been covering for him, paying off debts, keeping him out of trouble. I'm furious. I feel betrayed. But there's more. The brother, he's got this look in his eye like he's scared. He tells me there's someone else involved, someone dangerous. They're not just angry about the money. They're angry about the woman. She was someone's girlfriend, someone you don't want to mess with. My husband, he's in deep, and now, so am I. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't just sit on this. I took a chance and reached out to the woman. I had to know the truth. She was hesitant at first, but I could tell she was scared too. She confirmed everything and more. She said that night was a blur, but she woke up feeling wrong, feeling used. She didn't want to press charges because she was afraid of the repercussions, from my husband and from her boyfriend. Now I'm stuck in the middle of this mess, with a daughter to protect and a husband who's a stranger to me. I had to act. I took that screenshot and went to a lawyer. I explained everything, showed him the evidence. He was shocked, but said we had a strong case. We could use this to secure a good settlement, keep my daughter and me safe. But just when I thought I had a handle on things, my husband comes home with a black eye and a split lip. He's been confronted by the boyfriend, and it got physical. He's scared, and for the first time, I see him for what he is. Not a monster, but a man who's made terrible choices and is now paying the price. I'm not gonna lie, part of me feels sorry for him. But I can't forget what he's done. The lies, the gambling, the woman. I tell him I know everything and I'm leaving with our daughter. He doesn't fight it. He knows he's lost the right to argue. He just nods, defeated. So that's where we are. I've got a temporary place for my daughter and me, and the lawyer's working on the settlement. It's not the life I imagined, but we're safe, and that's what matters. I'm not sure what the future holds, but I'm ready to face it, head on.